Hello and welcome. What kind of advice can shape a future queen? And how can simple words stay with someone for a lifetime? This is the story of John Donaldson and the guidance he gave to his daughter, Mary, a message he repeated again and again. John Donaldson was a respected professor from Australia. He lived a quiet and thoughtful life, focused on education, family, and values. His daughter, Mary Donaldson, grew up far from royal life. She was raised in a warm and supportive home where learning and kindness were important. Years later, Mary's life changed in an unexpected way. She met Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark during the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney. Their meeting marked the beginning of a new journey, one that would take her from Australia to the Danish royal family. As Mary stepped into a new world, full of tradition and public attention, her father remained an important voice in her life. Even from a distance, his words stayed close to her. One piece of advice stood out above all. John Donaldson encouraged Mary to always be herself. He reminded her not to lose her identity, no matter how much her life changed. This was not a message he shared just once. He repeated it many times, in simple and calm ways. To him, authenticity was not just important, it was essential. As Mary prepared to become a member of the Danish royal family, she faced many challenges. She had to learn a new language, she had to understand a new culture, and she had to adapt to a very public role. Through all of this, her father's advice remained steady. Be yourself. Stay true to who you are. Over time, Mary grew into her role with grace and confidence. She became known for her calm presence and her ability to connect with people. Her background, once seen as different, became one of her strengths. Observers often noted how natural she seemed in her role. There was a sense of balance in how she carried herself. She respected tradition, but she also brought her own perspective. This balance may reflect the values she learned growing up, values shaped by her father's guidance. John Donaldson was known for his thoughtful nature. He valued knowledge, but also humility. He believed in staying grounded, even in changing circumstances. For Mary, this meant staying connected to her roots. Even as her responsibilities grew, she remained close to her family and her upbringing. The advice to be yourself may sound simple, but in a life filled with expectations, it can be powerful. It helped Mary navigate public life without losing her personal identity. It allowed her to adapt while still remaining authentic. This message also reflects something universal. No matter who we are or where life takes us, staying true to ourselves is often the hardest and most important thing to do. John Donaldson's role in Mary's life was quiet but meaningful. He did not stand in the spotlight, but his influence was clear. Through his words, he gave his daughter a steady foundation, a reminder that identity does not need to change even when life does. As Queen Mary of Denmark today, she continues to represent her country with dignity. Her journey from Australia to the Danish royal family is unique, but at its core, it is also a story about family, values, and guidance. The advice her father shared remains part of that story. Simple words, repeated over time, shaping a path forward. In the end, it is not just about royal life, it is about the quiet influence of a parent and the lasting power of honest, thoughtful advice. Thank you for spending time with this story. Thanks for watching this video.